Okay, ladies, so we are back with part 2, and this one is going to be about taking care of your silicone. I'm going to keep this as brief as I can and as short as I can. I am in no way an expert. I'm just going to show you some little tips that I have learned from other silicone mommies by watching their videos, and then also learning on my own on how to care for a silicone. Malia is a partial silicone. That means her limbs are silicone and her body is cloth, but the same goes for a partial or a full body on how to take care of them. When I first got Malia, I was very nervous. I was kind of intimidated on how to take her clothes off, how to dress her, because she's new and she was totally different from having a reborn. A reborn you can change very simply and very easy. With silicone, you have to be very careful. The biggest thing I can say, and a good rule of thumb, is treat them like a real baby. That's a part of having a silicone, is having that life feeling as a real baby. This is as close as a real baby as you're going to get in my eyes. So why not treat them like that? I know it sounds a little weird because they are dolls. You and everybody else out there know that, we love to role play with these babies. But as far as taking care of them, you have to take care of them like a real baby, in my eyes. They're a large investment for a lot of us. And you may be able to get 5 of these, you may only be able to get 1 of these. So why not take care of it, the best way that you can. So it's pretty much like taking care of a reborn, but you're going to have to step it up about 10 notches with a silicone. A good rule of thumb that I always use is just being careful how to handle her, how to hold her. You'll learn all this when you get your baby. Just always support the head, never let the head fall, which you pretty much already know. If you have a reborn, it's the same way. But with a silicone, their heads are a lot heavier because it's solid. So, just be careful how you hold them. You don't ever want to pick them up by the arm or the leg or the head. You guys know this already. I shouldn't even have to tell you this, but I'm just throwing it out there. And when you pick them up, just support their heads just like a real baby, making sure your hand is underneath their head and one underneath their little butt, and just holding them like that. And just being very careful on how you put them down. As far as clothes go, you'll just need to work that out on your own. I know that sounds a little harsh, but really everybody is different. I've seen other mommies, they're really fast on taking their clothes off. I see some silicone mommies that are really slow at taking their clothes off. So really it's going to be up to you on how to figure that out and know your pace. I'm slow. This is my first silicone baby, so I think as time goes by, I'll be even more comfortable with Malia, and I'll be able to be really fast and really quick on taking her clothes off. Another big part of making her clothes come off easier is keeping her powdered really well. Powdering her makes the clothes come off very smoothly. I'm not saying you have to powder them every day, but you're going to know when it's time to give your little one a powder. You're going to start to feel some resistance in the clothes as you're putting them off or taking them off. And the powder comes off every time you do undress them and change them. As far as how often you should change them, that again is also up to you. When I first got Malia, I was changing her in the morning, I was changing her in the evening because I was so excited just to have her. And I just wanted to have the experience of changing her into her pajamas and then a day outfit. But now I try to not change her every day, just so that there isn't a lot of how am I going to word this, that I'm not putting so much stress on her silicone. And that also is a big part on what kind of silicone that you get, how they're made, knowing their little stress points and stuff like that. That's all something that you're going to have to deal with when you get your baby, and learning those little things. When it comes to clothes, I'm always careful when I put them over her head. I like to open the onesie. I like to stick my hands in there and stretch the neck open like this, as big as I can. Then putting it over her head. So make the hole really large to fit her little head in there. That's a good rule of thumb. You know, don't go like this and just pull it over their face. You know, when it comes to long sleeve items like this, you're going to want to grab the arm and pull it down to where it looks like this. Then sticking their little arm through the hole. So you're not going to stick their arm through the hole and then push it down, because that'll take forever. So you're going to want to just gather it up like this and then stick your baby's arm through the hole. And again, you're going to have to just work it out when you get your baby. But I was doing it this way, you know, where I was sticking her little arm in and I was trying to gently push it down, and that was taking too long. And so I had someone tell me to do it that way, and that works out really good, and it doesn't take so long to change them. And I try to find outfits that, you know, that you really can't go around it. I mean, I try to find outfits that fit okay on her, or maybe not going to be too hard to get her in. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's just some outfits that are going to be harder to get on them, depending on how they're sculpted and molded and how their arms are jointed. Like, she has jointed arms because she has a cloth body, so it's very easy to get her arms in and out of clothes, and the same goes for her legs. If she was a full body, I don't know how that would be, because I've never owned a full body, so maybe that's a good question to ask another silicone mommy on how the difference is between having a cloth and a full body. So, and the same thing goes with their little legs, you know, scrunch their pants up and then put them on. You know, don't stick her leg in and pull up the pants. You know, you want to avoid pulling on them at all costs. I would go into a whole dressing right now, but that would be a 20-minute video on its own, and I just don't have that kind of time, and I'm sure you guys don't either. Also, when you're taking your silicone out, dress them appropriately to the weather that you're in. You're not going to have a silicone or a reborn wear shorts when it's snowing outside. Or you're not going to have them in a snowsuit when it's 110 outside. You know, you need to dress them the way that they are, or the way they would be if they were a real baby. I always just make sure that they're covered up, their hands are covered up, they're wearing little socks or a hat when I do take them out, just for extra protection. I like to bring a blanket with me to cover them up or swaddle them in or drape over the car seat. Now Malia won't be going out once it starts getting hot here, because I don't feel comfortable taking her out. That's again going to be on your judgment on when you guys decide what you want to do with your baby. But I personally won't be taking her out in the heat, because it's just there's no reason to. It's just too much, and it's too hot for this little girl to be outside. I think that's about it. Really, it's just have fun with your silicone. It's such an awesome experience to be able to get to own one of these little babies. So enjoy them. You know, don't be too nervous. If you do have any questions, always contact your artist or a fellow silicone mommy and ask them questions. That's a really good thing right there. And just enjoy them and have fun with them, because they are a blast. And I treat her just like I would a real baby. That's why I have her, because I wanted that experience of that floppiness, that softness of a real baby. And I am so happy with her. And Rochelle Farrell is an amazing artist. I can't say enough good things about her. I think she is just excellent on her customer service and takes care of me and other mommies that have purchased from her. Always ask a lot of questions when you get a silicone. There isn't a dumb question in my eyes that you can ask your artist. If you're buying one that's pre-loved, try to get a business card from the original artist so you can get in contact with them if you have any issues with their silicone. Another thing is, keep them away from pets. I have 2 cats, and I don't let them get near her. If I'm gone for a long period of time, I will put her in a little basket, and I will put her in the closet on a very top shelf, and I will lock my closet door so the cats cannot get in. Or I have nieces and nephews that come in and maybe want to play with my babies when I'm not here. No, that doesn't happen. I keep them put away where they cannot be touched. If you're out with the baby like this and you have animals around the house, you know, a cat could jump over her and nick her silicone, and that's it. It's done. You know, you can't fix that. You have to contact the artist. Same with dogs, you know, just make sure when you have them out, just constantly watch them, you know. It's just common sense, and I know you guys all know this, but it's just good to throw that out there. But a lot of these things you're going to learn on your own and have fun with it, and just be careful. And if you have any other questions, just PM me or another fellow silicone mom, and we'll be glad to help you out if we can. And again, I hope I answered everything. If you guys have any other questions, just contact me and I will try to answer them the best way I know how. And we wish all you new reborn mommies to silicones hello and congratulations. If you've recently got a new silicone, that's awesome. Or if you have one in the waiting, congratulations. It's an awesome experience, and they are very addicting, you guys. I already want like 3 more of these babies, but they are a lot of fun. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.